Welcome back to Boring Reviews.
Boring land.
Oh, just kidding.
Blasphemer.
Hello,
right.
Boring Review Nation.
Kind of pointless.
We know all things. Hello, Boring Review Nation. Gabe.
Nick.
And we are here today to bring you guys another reaction, fresh off the presses. And it's a reaction, actually, Nick, from a film we recently saw. It's funny, when you told me about this reaction, I'm like, I'm not sure if I want to do it because I had made some not disparaging comments about the film, but it just wasn't my favorite. You know what I mean? And I'm honest. That's one thing you guys are going to get from us either on Boring Reviews or CFA Nation. We're going to tell you how it is. You know what I'm saying? We don't love everything. And we disagree with each other all the time. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It would be annoying if Nick agreed with me all the time, and vice versa. It'd be annoying if I agree with Nick all the time. You know what I mean? We got different viewpoints. And you know, while we watched the film Sarpatta, and I love the storytelling because it was a great story that was told, the boxing was just not authentic, man. And anybody who stepped in the ring, as I said it before when I did a review to that video, that's not authentic, all right? Listen, any pro fighter will let you know, listen, you know what I mean? That's not, that ain't real. And I come back to one of the comments I had made about these filmmakers now, and before we even came on recording here, Nick and I were talking about method actors, right? How method actors put their bodies through this strain because they really want to sell the part and things of that nature. Well, there's some directors that want authenticity. Coogler's one of those guys, right? Because he wanted so much authenticity for the movie Creed that he brought in real fighters. Every one of those fighters that you see with Adonis Creed, who's really Michael B. Jordan, are real fighters. Every one of those guys. And Michael B. Jordan is in there with them trying to take punches. They want to sell it. They want to, and watch the video, guys. He gets laid out, bro. And people are like, oh, that's fake. It doesn't take that long. Really? 2-second demonstration. Clench your jaw, and with just the palm of your hand, go like this right here at the bottom of your chin, and you will feel your brain rattle. Now, somebody catches you with a quick hook right there, you're laying them out to sleep. No questions asked. And Michael B. Jordan should have ducked when he's there, bro, but he took that punch and got laid out. But it was so authentic, and you could tell in the film, the way it was filmed was so authentic. It's funny, when he woke up, they were like, yo, this is a true method out there, Nick. He's like, did you get the shot? You love it. Did you get the shot? That's all I care about. You know, I just got laid out. Did you get the shot? You know what I'm saying? But that's what I'm saying. It's got to be authentic. Some people let me know, hey, this is actually, I guess, a real clan thing that they do, or they did back then. So it's supposed to be more of an underground boxing kind of thing. And then I'm like, okay, then I'll let it go. But, you know, with that being said, we're going to this guy where Nick and I were talking about, is this real? Did they use, and we're talking about the transformation, right? Did they use a bodysuit, a body double? Because sometimes you can tell when they do it and it's inauthentic. And then sometimes it's like, wow, when a guy really does it, you're just like, you're in awe. You know what I mean? I love method actors, Nick.
I think it's insane. And Christian Bale, I think, is the most extreme at it because he has gone back and forth. He did Vice a few years ago where he put on serious weight.
He looked like me.
He went off his next movie and lost all the weight and got super skinny. I mean, it's out of control. We're looking at Arya here, who plays the lead actor, the lead character in Sarpatta. And he in the movie, he starts off in excellent shape. Then he goes through his downward spiral, puts on some weight, and then goes back to excellent shape. So I'm assuming that he was probably in regular dad bod shape, right? And then maybe put on some pounds, did those parts, and then he lost to do the other parts. Who knows? But we're going to watch his fat to fit transformation. And these are always so incredible because anyone that's ever been inside a gym for more than a few days, and I may not look like it, but I've been going to gyms ever since I was 16. Never became a bodybuilder, but I love going to the gym. Anyone that does it on a regular basis knows how much work it is. If you want to be like what you see on these guys on TV, you're talking about putting at least 4 hours a day. And on top of that, the strict eating regimen where you're eating a lot, but you're eating very lean foods, all waking up at 2 a.m. so you can have a meal and then go back to bed. I mean, it is a serious commitment. Being a regular Joe Schmo like myself, serious commitment. So I'm excited to watch his transformation. It's only in a few minutes, so you know you're not going to get the entire thing. But this first shot of him just from the back, I wish I was in that kind of shape right now. I'm telling you that right now. All right. And he gets in amazing shape. So we're excited to check this out. If you're excited to watch it, if you like it, go ahead and like and go ahead and subscribe. If this is your first time or you didn't subscribe yet, we really appreciate it. And Gabe, let's go ahead and see how our man Arya did in his transformation.
Let's make it happen, brother.
All right. In 3, 2, 1. Oh, that's old school Rocky right there. I love it. He's got the headband too. And the thing about working out, Gabe, you know this, is you've got to stick to it every day, every single sit-up. You have to wait till you get to a bazillion of them before they start cashing in. The guy's standing on it, and he's got all that weight.
Holy cow.
And he's doing fast reps. Look at he's using his arms to help him out. I haven't seen too many people using the arms, but that guy's sitting on it. I hate squats with a passion. It's interesting how he's got that spotter right there, making sure the form is correct. It's right behind him. Oh, snap. He's got a spotter on everything. They don't want their star to get injured.
I'm thinking that's probably because he's already been injured. Because I've actually seen that before.
Makes sense. Or maybe, nothing against him, but maybe he's a little bit clumsy, That right there, that looks like, that's not a big deal at all. Try that at your gym. Just try doing like 3 sets of that. You're going to be winded. You're going to be tired. Oh, snap.
Get the heck out of here.
You see his legs shaking. Yeah, he put his feet in the bar because that's not easy. Okay, Gabe, break this down for me. Is this something you would see normally in a boxing training area?
No.
Okay.
And at least not with the training regiments I did. Now, you do a similar drill, but it's just basically a rope, and you're going under each side. But it's kind of, I guess, the same principle, only he's going really wide, you know what I mean?
So those noises he's making, that's just him breathing, right?
Yeah, that's just breathing out. Just every punch you're supposed to breathe out.
Okay.
Jeez, look at his
that,
back,
man.
bro.
Yeah, that's insane. Love the mustache, man. Wow. Abs.
Yeah, this dude is ridiculously ripped.
Wow. Oh, that's Eye of the Tiger, baby.
You know it.
Like oh yeah, that's definitely Eye of the Tiger. All right, so again, I'm speaking to those people that don't go to the gym too often. If you don't, that's okay. And I'm not speaking as an expert, but like I said, I've been going for over 20 years now. It takes a lot of dedication. Every summer I get in this pattern where once school is out, I'm at the gym 4 days a week. I'm there for at least an hour, 20 minutes, doing my cardio, doing my lifting. And you would think after 3 months that I would be like in this amazing shape. Not even close. It's the tip of the spear, right? It's just a little bit of the surface taken care of. And then I get back into school and I have all the intentions of going back, and I get flooded with all these things. I have no time, and I usually don't go back. And all that work I put into it goes away. It takes serious dedication. You can see these guys like Hugh Jackman get in amazing shape for Wolverine, and then you see him a few months later, like he's lost all his muscles. He might have let himself go. No, he's probably still doing the diets. He's probably still doing the workouts, but not at the intensity he was doing to get ready for those roles. It takes serious work ethic. You might see a guy in a poster and say, oh, he's just blessed with that kind of physique. No, he put in some serious time. Women too put in some serious time and serious effort. And I don't know what the time frame was for that, but I love seeing that dedication, because not only are you the star, but you're putting in that work. Like you mentioned with that method acting, extremely impressive.
So I got a few thoughts on this, right? So as I'm watching it, actually watching the way he's throwing the punches here, properly turning his shoulder, where now he's throwing his leverage behind it. Why didn't I see more of that in the film? Like I said, the drill is different, where they put a rope and you're coming under, right? And we go straight up and down. But it's the same principle of what he was doing with that one dude that was holding his hands out that way. And I didn't see more of that in the film. I think the guy actually has taken some classes, because he does have sound technique. With that being said, as I'm watching him, I keep thinking to myself, first and foremost, I think he's had an injury. And I'll tell you why. I've seen guys that have been injured before, and when they're going back and working and rehabbing, a lot of times they have trainers making sure that they have proper form so that you don't re-injure yourself. So I think that's why they had those trainers with him, because you don't normally see that, okay? So he might have been injured before. With that being said, I love method actors because they're the most committed to the films. And I think about, Amir Khan. I think he's the best of the best, bro. And Amir Khan, right? What was it? Ndongo, when he put on all that weight and then getting it off. First of all, as an actor, you got to have a set on you to say, yeah, no problem, I can get it done. Because the movie is hinging on you getting this done.
Risk. Yep.
I know directors must be like, oh my gosh, what if he doesn't get it done? What are we gonna do? Bro, the film is counting on you. And I remember Amir Khan even saying something like that while he was working back out to get it done. And it was so cool, and watching his transformation, fat to fit. That was a cool video. If you guys have not already seen that one, go check that one out. We actually have a reaction to that one as well. But guys, the dedication it takes, it's not even funny. When you're a fighter, there's two kinds of fighting shapes you're in, okay? You're in walk around shape and fighting shape, okay? Walk around weight, fighting weight. So walk around weight, my walk around weight was always about $160. I've always actually been a little on the heavier side, $160, $165. I know people are going to say, that's heavy. That's actually heavy. I'm very thick boned or whatever. Why? Because I'm only 5'7", 5'8". If you're that height, you got to be down in $140. You got to be fighting at welterweight, junior welterweight, because once guys start getting heavier, they've got, now you're looking at guys that are like 5'10", 5'11", 6 foot, and they got that reach advantage on you where you can't get in them. You just can't. You know what I'm saying? They're going to destroy you with the jab and all day long. Yeah, come on in. Come on in. People don't understand. There was a fighter named Sonny Liston. Most people don't know who Sonny Liston is, but this is the first guy Ali beat. So Sonny Liston always looked really big, really intimidating, blah, 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 blah. And he'd be on a press conference because all the guys he did fight were bigger. Were smaller than him. And he would, beat the bricks off of guys. He wouldn't even, until he got in there with Ali. Now, Sonny Liston never realized how much bigger Ali was than him. But guys, Ali was like 6'3", 6'4". He was a big boy. I forget how tall Muhammad Ali was. And when he got in there, it's funny because Angelo Dundee said, oh, I knew Cassius would have took him at the time. He was still Cassius. Like, I knew Cassius was going to tear him apart because Cassius knew how to box. I don't care how strong you are. I don't care how, you could come with all that garbage. If I got the height advantage on you and I got a good jab, all day, cousin, you're outside. Pop, pop, pop. What? Pop, pop. I'm moving. Same thing. I remember my trainer made so much money when it was Lennox Lewis versus the Terror, Mike Tyson. What people don't realize is Mike Tyson had already fought Lennox Lewis as amateurs, right? When they were going to the Olympics. Lennox Lewis did the same thing, tore him apart because Tyson did not have the reach advantage for a guy that actually knew how to box and knew how to use that jab. Lennox Lewis like 6'2", 6'3", I forgot how tall he was. Tyson was my height, 5'7", 5'8", maybe, you know what I mean? So in boxing, you can't take away that reach advantage. With that being said, I always had to cut weight to try to make fights. So I'd be walking around, and it ain't like you see with these pros where you get 2-3 months. When you're an amateur fighter, you get 2-3 days sometimes. You get a week. You know what I'm saying? Even as a young pro, they throw you in there. So Nick, you know what the rabbit food diet is?
Tuna?
Bro, that's all it was. It was for protein, cans of tuna, no mayonnaise, cans of tuna right out the can, drain the water and the oil out, and lettuce. You eat that for 3 days, you drop pounds, no questions asked, cousin, because it's all protein and the lettuce is pretty much just filler. It's all water. You know what I mean? And that's what we call the rabbit food diet. But like you said, it's dedication. Living that way, that lifestyle, it's first of all, it's unhealthy for your body. And second of all, it's dedication. So I appreciate these guys that do it for these films, and I'm in awe of them. And I think the last thing I got to say is, don't you think all actors should be held to that standard because of the money they make? They should all be held to the standard. If you're going to be playing a role, like let's say some of these guys, and I'm not going to throw anybody under the bus. I don't want the YouTube algorithm coming after us. But they've got some of these famous people playing superheroes, and the guys got on a muscle suit because they can't work out. Then don't take the role as a superhero. Get up on out of here, cousin. Give it to somebody who's more dedicated. Or you know what I'm saying? Like, I hate that. I absolutely hate that. Don't come into a role because of your name or whatever if you can't not play that character. And I think all actors should be held to that standard.
Absolutely. Now, just a little bit of facts here. Absolutely right about Muhammad Ali, 6'3". Lennox Lewis, you were just off by 2 inches, 6'5". He had a 7-inch advantage from Mike Tyson. Insane.
Oh, yeah. Destroyed him.
And as far as the diet goes, Sylvester Stallone, right? When he was in the Rocky movies, Rocky 3, he was in his best shape. His diet was oatmeal cookies made with brown rice, 25 cups of coffee a day with honey, and a couple scoops of tuna fish. That was his diet every single day. And he's recently revealed this and said it was the most unhealthy thing ever. Don't do it. It was really, really bad idea. But when you see these guys in these kind of shape, like I said, it's not just, oh, they're just born that way. No, they have to put in that work. And so I appreciate that perspective. So I love watching these kind of videos with Gabe because he's got that boxing perspective. I'm just a boxing film fan, which doesn't give me too much perspective besides what I think I know from watching the movies. Right. And so it's good to have him here. If you liked it, don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time.
This is the way.